Hey everybody, welcome to TeamToken's first official live AMA on our YouTube channel.
Welcome everyone.
Everybody here.
Welcome everybody.
And looks like we've already got some excited people. Let's go TeamToken. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, so we're going to spend just a few minutes going over what TeamToken is and our plans for the future and how you can get involved. So let's just introduce the team quickly. So it's Marcus Gabor here. I'm the founder and CEO. And then Aaron.
Yep, I'm Aaron Shames. I'm the Chief Technology Officer and Lead Developer.
I'm Simon Paris, CIO.
Perfect. And yeah, so that's the core team that's going to be taking TeamToken to 1000x very, very soon.
Oh, yeah.
And how are we going to do that? Well, let's dive right into it. So let's have a look at our website, teamtoken.com. And just for those wondering what TeamToken is, we are taking sports and crypto and fusing them together like never before. So we're going to be the first real world utility for sports NFTs. And the way we're doing that is by taking real sports teams and offering the chance to become digital owners through our NFTs. And when those sports teams perform well, when they win, when they make the playoffs, when they win championships, you get rewarded actual, real, tangible rewards in the form of team tokens, which you can convert to cash. You can buy more NFTs. You can change to Ethereum. You can do whatever you want with it. But team token is going to be an ERC20 token. And obviously it's going to be on Ethereum, and our NFTs are actually ERC 1155s. And we've done that to, as everybody knows, Ethereum is quite gas intensive. So I'll let our CTO Aaron explain a little bit about ERC 1155 and our solution to that.
Yeah. So when development began, we were deciding between whether we should use traditional ERC 721s, which are your standard NFTs where, non-fungible tokens, one ID per token, basic NFTs, like all your traditional NFTs out there. And then ERC 1155 is, for anyone not familiar, it's a slightly newer token standard that has a combination of non-fungible and fungible tokens. And it fit our needs at TeamToken and like our users' needs much better. And one of the big advantages, as Marcus was mentioning, is gas savings. So ERC 1155 is a lot of the operations can be done in batches. Well, for one, even if you're not doing things in batches, it's just more gas efficient to mint a new ERC 1155, to transfer an ERC 1155. Everything to do with them is, as far as I know, is cheaper with gas. And on top of that, you can batch things. So, when we're creating a new season or a new sport, we can, batch create everything in one transaction as opposed to having to, loop through it, thousands of times. So it's beneficial for everyone, really. And it gives us a lot more flexibility also in terms of what we can do with the team tokens, or the team NFTs, sorry.
Exactly. So yeah, the main thing at TeamToken, we're watching out for you guys. We want everybody to get as many rewards as possible with paying as low gas as possible when minting and transferring all of our team tokens. So Aaron, why don't you scroll down and we can get into a bit more of team tokens and team NFTs and what they are.
Right down to how it works.
Yeah. So how it works is on step one, you're going to purchase team tokens, and we'll get into the purchasing a little bit later because there's a really exciting opportunity coming out on August 28th for the pre-sale to be able to purchase team tokens ahead of the general public. But after that, you can just purchase it on Uniswap, or we'll have plans to be on centralized exchanges. But once you've purchased your team tokens, you use those in our marketplace to buy team NFTs of any team or player that you want. And we'll get into a little bit of the teams and leagues we're looking at later. But to start, we're going to be with the NFL. So let's say that you think the Buffalo Bills, for example, are going to do well this season. We have 100 team NFTs that represent digital ownership of that team in the real world. So you can take your team tokens and buy a team NFT and then just watch Bills games like you would normally, or watch Chargers games, or anything you're a fan of. If the Bills win, you get rewarded based on the rewards pool in that league, and you'll get rewarded in team tokens. So that's step number two. When your team wins, you earn more team tokens. Now, those team tokens are just they're actual crypto. You can change them. You can do anything you want with them. You can ideally you could buy more team NFTs and just have more teams winning every day, and you'll be in different sports and different leagues and diversifying your team NFT portfolio. And then as you continue to earn more team tokens, you can either loop around, get more team NFTs, or at any point you could just take your team tokens and convert it to Ethereum, convert it to fiat, convert it to cash, whatever you feel like. So that's the whole ecosystem of Team Token. And you can see how just with one league, it's really powerful. I mean, we have 100 team NFTs. There's 32 teams in the NFL. That's 3,200 NFTs that all are going to require Team Token to purchase. Then you start expanding into the different leagues that we have planned. And you can see our launch, what we're doing at launch and when we're coming soon. NFL, NHL, NBA, PGA, MLB. Look at the amount of NFTs that are going to be there. And each of these are going to be demand team tokens to actually purchase. And they're all going to be rewarding team tokens when they win. So this is all just what we have planned right now. And obviously this can be expanded infinitely. There's so many more use cases that we can do. And one of my favorite ones is down in the future options. You can see we've got esports planned. So once we've tackled all of the real world sports, we're going to be doing cricket, soccer, basketball. We're going to have racing. We're going to do individual sports like tennis and golf, where you can actually own digital representations of players. And if they win a tournament, you're going to get a ton of team tokens. So that's some of the exciting places that we're team tokens going. But then what I really like is that whole esports division, and the Asian market for esports is just massive. So that's going to be a great way to introduce team token into the Asian market. I know in South Korea, I think it's one of the most popular sporting events is actually esports, and they make billions more than actual sports. So yeah, it's pretty cool to be able to take our system, team token system, and have team NFTs functional for all of these different sports and different events that we can actually do. So if you're interested in taking a deep dive, Aaron, just pull up our white paper there. And we have a really in-depth white paper. It's over 30 pages. And we're obviously not going to bore you with the whole thing right now, but it's quite intensive read. And you can see the thought that's gone into all of this and the math behind all of it, our tokenomics. It's a one-of-a-kind system. One thing I really want to focus on is the rewards pool. So as I was explaining, when your team wins, you're going to get rewarded team tokens. So here's a typical allocation that we're going to have. And this is going to be fine-tuned for each league, but here's a sample one for the NFL. And you can see there's allocation for regular season wins, making the playoffs, if they win the playoff series, or if they win the championships. And so your one team NFT represents 1% of all of the rewards that team owns. So if you own 5 team NFTs, you're going to get 5% of that team's rewards for that year. And you can see it really adds up a lot depending on how successful your team is. But even if the team doesn't do really well, and Aaron, maybe you scroll down to the next part, what's really cool about this system is that these NFTs generate rewards forever. So we've got a table just below, Aaron, where it actually shows you how we can achieve that. You're going to get 100% of the rewards in 2023. And then after that, you continue to get a small portion of the rewards perpetually. So we've done this so that, the worst thing that can happen is if you buy an NFT and then the value goes to zero. Well, that's not going to happen with team NFTs because they reward perpetually. And so there'll always be some value tied to them, and they'll always be generating team tokens. And so the way that you can actually, in addition to getting team tokens as rewards when your team wins, you can actually trade your team NFTs in the marketplace. Aaron and Simon are very busy still building out the marketplace. We're going to have that in the next week or two. So we'll be showing that as soon as possible. But our team NFT marketplace is going to be a custom built marketplace just for our specific NFTs, where you can buy and sell your team NFTs. You're actually going to be able to claim your rewards in the marketplace. It's going to be a really cool dApp being custom built just for TeamToken.
Yep, easy to use with all the functionality, very accessible. One thing I wanted to add to your explanation, though, is that if you think a team's going to do well, that's a great reason to buy the team NFTs of that team. But keeping in mind there's only 100 NFTs for each particular team, I think it's also a very cool collector's item to have if for your favorite team, right? So I think there's going to be a lot of demand for team NFTs beyond just earning rewards with them, even though that is obviously one of the major draws and one of the big draws in general in crypto. When players on the teams hear about these things, and once TeamToken really blows up, you're going to have team players that are going to want to own the team NFT of their team, right? So it's like the demand of these things could really go through the roof with only having 100 of each particular team. There's really not a lot out there. So
yeah, no, exactly. And one of the cool parts of combining sports with crypto is sports fans are crazy. And I know that because I am a sports fan, and I've bought some really weird things. I'm from Toronto, so just because it's associated with the Blue Jays or a Blue Jays player or the Maple Leafs, I'm going to buy that item. And it never actually gave me any rewards. It didn't actually do anything. It's just sitting in my closet now. My wife's actually trying to convince me to dump them, but I've hidden them in the closet. But to actually own a team NFT of your team where it's actually going to get rewards, that to me is something that like sports fans are really going to flock to.
It's going to be something that's really not a lot of people can own. Like people talk about Bitcoin having only 21 million, and not everyone in the world can have a whole unit, not even close, right? Well, it's like team NFT, we got 100 per team per year, so it's that much more scarce. I mean, you have millions of fans for a lot of these teams, or if not, tens of millions, or sometimes even hundreds of millions for certain teams.
Yep, exactly. So let's jump into how can people get involved early. And we've teamed up with Pink Sale to do a fair launch. And Aaron or Simon, maybe you just want to talk about our pre-sale and the fair launch and what that all means.
Sure. I can start that off. So, as Marcus mentioned, we are utilizing Pink Sale for our launch pad. This is the only place to get tokens starting August 28th. So right now there's no way to get tokens, but from August 28th till September 1st, right? Till September 1st is when the pre-sale is going to run. The type of pre-sale is a fair launch. So I'll explain real quick what that means. Essentially, there's 20% of our supply, so 20 million of the tokens are up for grabs essentially in the fair launch. So what we've set a 25 Ethereum soft cap. So basically that's the minimum amount that we're aiming to raise, although we're really aiming to shoot much beyond that. That's just a low number that we put in there. But the way that this works is the price of the tokens is going to be unknown until the end of the fair launch. So, and that's basically why it's called a fair launch, because everybody gets the exact same price for the token. So the more interest that we have in the pre-sale, the higher the cost is going to go, because no matter what, that 20 million tokens is going to get distributed to all the pre-sale investors. There's no cap on what you're able to invest as an individual investor. So, it really just all comes down to how many Ethereum come in, and the 20 million tokens get divided up evenly among all the pre-sale participants. So it's nice and fair, and we have great expectations for what's going to happen afterwards. So really excited to see how this goes.
One of the major advantages to the fair launch, and actually, Aaron, if you scroll down, you can see our tokenomics breakdown there. All of our tokens are locked, so we have no unlocked tokens. They're all going to be vested over different period of times, and 51% of the tokens here are actually going into locked liquidity. So that's one of the huge advantages to using Pink Sale is you can verify everything on smart contract that it's all locked and going to be locked for a good amount of time in locked liquidity. But another really cool thing is that if you look at a lot of crypto projects, you're like, man, I wish I had gotten into like the private sale, or one of the seed investor early or something. Well, we haven't done anything like that. This is your first chance to get TeamToken, and this is the same cheap price that everybody's going to get is on September 1st at the end of this fair launch. Whatever the price ends up being, as Aaron explained, the 20 million tokens divided by how much ETH is coming, that's what the first team tokens that are ever going to be issued, that's what they're coming out as. Mm-hmm. You are the first person to get this ahead of this like mega project that we're launching here.
Oh, and one more thing for anyone unfamiliar with Pink Sale or decentralized launch pads, I guess. When the fair launch concludes, it's going to automatically make our trading pair. We've already allocated 51% of the raise to liquidity. So there's going to be a big liquidity pool for trading instantly once the fair launch concludes. So the token will be ready to trade.
Another thing on the top right that we can see is the affiliate program, which is pretty cool. So 3% of all the ETH that's raised is going to be split upon people that are able to participate by spreading the word. So you'll be able to have individualized links to invite people to the fair launch. And that 3% of everything we raise will be split amongst those people. So another way to gain a bit money on the side.
I don't have a wallet connected right now, but if your wallet's connected, you'll be able to grab your referral code right here and then just share that with your friends, and anyone that invests, you'll get a handsome referral bonus from that.
And then just the last thing I'll say before we wrap this up is one of the big things that all crypto projects need, in addition to a great idea, is great marketing and getting the word out there. So, I mean, we've already got a community of over 2,000 people. You can check out our Twitter or Telegram. It's already very active, and we haven't even launched yet. So it's pretty cool to see something like that. But the crazy thing is that all of our marketing, we're focusing towards this pre-sale, which we're starting really on August 21st, a week ahead of the pre-sale. We're going to start Twitter ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads. We're going to be on TikTok, and we're going to be all over YouTube. Those are just paid ads. Then we also have a whole influencer campaign where we've paired up. We have about 35 influencers already in queue, waiting until the pre-sale comes to talk about TeamToken. So this really is like the time to get in ahead of when all the people start hearing about it. And every time we introduce new leagues, there's going to be a whole marketing push. We're going for hockey October 14th. We're going to be pushing towards hockey fans. We're going basketball October 28th. All the basketball fans are coming. So having that team token, even if you're just holding the team token itself, when people come in and they need to get their basketball NFTs, they need to purchase team token first, and your tokens are going up. So not financial advice, but this pre-sale should be a pretty good decision.
Oh yeah, we also have a lot of press releases going out already. More to come as well as we go towards the pre-sale, and I think we have a couple coming out afterwards as well to gain even more hype around all sorts of people that are reading news articles.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. I'm actually going to be interviewed by a couple of them. I can't list them until it's live, but some of them have over 2 million monthly visitors, and so we're going to be featured on some of these big crypto blogs, which will be pretty exciting.
One more thing I wanted to add is, there's really quite a few ways that people can make money with team NFTs. Obviously beyond just the rewards themselves, but you have for example, team token goes up in value, assuming that your team NFT is worth the same or more. I mean, your team NFT is worth more US dollar equivalent if team token goes up in value, but also the scarcity is going to be more and more realized as more people know about the project. And, we're sparing no expense with marketing. So as more and more people know about team token and team NFTs and the demand grows, very likely the price of a team NFT is going to go up in TT value, right? So you have team token appreciating value, you have team NFTs going up in value in denominated in team token, and you're getting rewards the whole time, assuming your team can win, right? Yeah. So a lot of ways to earn.
Pretty awesome.
Very, very exciting. Well, we're going to keep this short and sweet. So really appreciate everybody coming along, and we're excited to have everybody along for the Team Token journey. And just stay tuned to all of our socials. You can follow our YouTube channel, and looking forward to the Pink Sale launch. It's less than 2 weeks away, August 28th, and that's your first chance to get Team Tokens. So we'll see you there, and we'll see you in our community. Stop by Telegram, stop by Discord, Twitter, anything. Stay hi. We're always in there. We're always chatting with you.
Ciao, guys. Have a nice day.